Okay, welcome back in summer course on disaster medicine. So now we will turn the end of topic, the third day. I think it's quite a sexy topic because yes, because it's very interesting. Yeah, the expert is come here from Malaysia. Yes, here, Prof. Irwandi Jaswir. Yes, he is take PhD program in food chemistry and biochemistry. Then as lecturer, yes, Prof.
Yeah.
As lecturer in international international
Islamic University Malaysia.
Islamic University. Okay, so his current position in International Institute for Halal Research and Training. The topic today, Prof. Irwandi will bring halal food in emergency situation. So the expertise Prof in halal study will implement in this disaster condition or emergency condition. So Prof. Irwandi, the time is yours.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Thank you, Bu, for your kind introduction. Again, my name is Irwandi Jaswir. Anyone from Malaysia here? No, yeah, we have. I was taught that there are some international participants as well. I'm attached to International Institute for Halal Research and Training, International Islamic University, Malaysia. Actually, I'm Indonesian, yeah. So even though I work in Malaysia, but I'm from Indonesia. So I'm very, very grateful to be here today to share a bit with all the participants related to halal food. Yeah, I think for those who are Muslim, we are is not alien to us. Yeah, the term halal. But for non-Muslim, I would like to introduce a little bit that halal means permissible. Yeah, halal means permissible or allowable. Yeah, for Muslim, the meaning of halal is allowable or permissible to be consumed. Yeah, to be consumed. So I have, I think, 40 minutes, 45 minutes here to share with you about this halal food production during emergency. I start with this Sustainable Development Goal, SDGs. I think some of you are very familiar with this. This is developed by United Nations, yeah, UNDP. There are 17 goals to transform our world. Yeah, and if we look at all these 17, every single item can be related to halal basically. Yeah. Why? For example, here no poverty. Yeah, no poverty. Okay, and then the halal provide a very, very good opportunity as a business entities. Yeah. For your kind information, the market of halal food in the world now is 3.1 trillion US dollars a year. It's a big, big industry. And it is acceptable not only for Muslim, because non-Muslim can consume halal food as long as it is a quality. Yeah, so nowadays the business of halal dominated by non-Muslim majority countries even. For example, halal meat coming from Australia and New Zealand, halal chicken coming from Brazil, and in Southeast Asian region, Thailand enjoy halal industry a lot. Yeah, I think greater than what other countries enjoy from the industry. And also here, like good health and well-being. Yeah, halal also related to cosmetic, pharmaceutical, personal care, etc. Yeah, we will see this later. So when we talk about food security, yeah, food security, there are four main aspects that we have to take care of here, that we have to look at. Number one is whether the food is available. It's very, very relevant with our topic to the emergency. Yeah. During emergency, of course, the food is not well available, right? Okay. So in order to be considered secure in food, the food must be available. Yeah. Okay. Second is it must be affordable by the people. The food perhaps is available but not affordable. You cannot buy it because it's very expensive. Certain countries, yeah, if you come from very advanced countries, first world countries, no problem. But if you're coming from the third world country and the certain level of the society, they cannot afford to buy the food, right? So if it is so, meaning that the food security is not there yet. Okay. The third one is accessible. Yeah. Available, affordable, accessible. You have access to buy it. Sometimes you have the money. Yeah, the food is there, but you do not have access to buy. For example, it's only available far away. You don't have access to go there. Yeah. Or during the disasters, no access at all. For example, certain location is isolated. Yeah, recently in Sumatra, there is natural disasters, and the road is off. Yeah, you cannot pass through the road. Yeah, so the certain location become isolated, so no accessible. Yeah, the fourth one is food quality. So in this case, the food, even though during emergency, food must be of quality. Yeah, food must be a quality. You cannot just simply give any food. Yeah, in the war situation, for example, now there are war. Yeah, somewhere you look at on TV. If you want to supply the food, make sure that the food is also of quality. Okay. Okay. Now, what is emergency? Yeah. According, I think you got this also, perhaps. Yeah. According to humanitarian policy, emergency means any situation where there is an exceptional and widespread threat to life, health, and basic subsistence, which is beyond the coping capacity of individual and the community. For example, there is an outbreak here, or like, for example, COVID recently, yeah, and then this is become emergency, yeah, or natural disasters, yeah, earthquake. Indonesia, a lot of earthquake, yeah, and the volcanoes, for example, okay, and the flooding, and many other types of disasters. A state in which normal procedures are suspended and extraordinary measures are taken in order to avert a disaster. Or perhaps it's very, very long, hot season, that certain place cannot produce the food, yeah, etc. Yeah. So to provide these tools, there are a few things that normally a country provide. Yeah. Number one, practical operational guideline. This depends on which country you come from. Yeah. Certain countries very advanced and they are very, very good management in handling natural disasters. But other country not. Yeah, different from one country to another. So understand, yeah? Different. It's not, you cannot just take it same, yeah, similar, one can, no. Different country may provide a different guidelines. Yeah, and then also estimate the food and nutritional needs for vulnerable group. Yeah, yang affected, of course, and then provide a clear outline of the main factors to take into consideration, and provide a framework for training activities and supporting, yeah, ongoing training activities related to planning food assistance. Basic principle basically in a country national policy. Number one, it must be coordinated approach. If one place is affected by flood, for example, then okay, sorry. Okay, if one place is affected by flood, for example, it must be a coordinated approach. Cannot be done by a group of people only. Yeah, still remember, yeah, in Aceh, I think 2004, 2005, there is tsunami. I think you heard this, yeah. Okay, tsunami, and then the coordination must be at national level. Yeah, even though the location is only in one province in Indonesia. But the coordination is very, very important. How to manage the donation, for example, from overseas. Yeah. Okay. And second is context-specific assistance. Depends on what they really, really need. Okay. What they really, really need. Yeah. And then a general food basket based on providing. Okay. This is the figures. Yeah, the figure here, yeah, 2,100 kilocalorie. This is standard by WHO, yeah, standard. So even in that situation, in the disaster situation, emergency situation, the calorie must meet the standard, 2,100 kilocalorie, yeah, and then timely distribution. For example, they cannot, don't let them wait until few days then to get the food. Yeah, so they have to get immediately, yeah, as what they need. And then the standard food ration means the quantity, yeah, quantity. And the community participation. Normally during the national natural disasters, and then the community, a lot of NGOs, a lot of people would like to come and to give help, yeah, helps. Okay, so this is just for example, yeah. The picture we took it from internet, yeah. So do not reflect any country here. Okay, just example here, yeah. Okay. Okay. So this is in another graph I put like this. Initial planning, adjusting, choosing commodities. What the commodities is suitable for that. Of course, yeah, because in one country they used to eat certain commodity only. Right? In Indonesia, they like rice. Yeah, in Indonesia, they like rice. Yeah, even for breakfast, lunch, dinner, they used to get rice. Yeah, so you cannot just simply replace with bread here. You give bread in the morning, for breakfast. Perhaps at 10 a.m. they feel hungry again. Yeah, because rice is not yet there. Yeah, so there is a term in Indonesia. If it is not rice, it's not considered meals yet. Yeah, so we have to know this. If you go to a country in Africa, I know my student is from Africa. Then she said, yeah, my student was said that the food that the community or the society consume there is banana. This one country in Africa, they like to eat banana. Yeah, so we need to know that during the situation of emergency, you cannot just simply replace We have only this, and then you just give them. No, cannot. You need to know what they like. Okay? And also, for example, instant noodle. I think instant noodle everywhere is popular. Yeah? Everywhere is popular instant noodle. So it can be of, products that can be used. Yeah? Okay. Initial planning, for example, like this, as I mentioned just now, the figure is 2,100 kilocalorie because during emergency they are physically tired, mentally tired. Okay, you need to give a more energy with products. Yeah. Okay. Okay, and then this is just example. You can read this letter in detail. Okay, and then adjusting initial planning if needed. Yeah, for example, here according to the temperature. Yeah, of course, the calorie needed is different if the temperature different. I think from which country you come? Yes, you? Japan. Which city in Japan? From which part of Japan? Tohoku. Tokyo. North of Tokyo. Okay. I live in Japan for 2 years. Yeah. Ninan. Yeah. Tsukuba. Yeah. Tsukuba Daigaku. You know Tsukuba? Ibaraki Prefecture. Yeah. Tsukuba near Tokyo. 40 minutes from Tokyo. Yeah. Of course, if you come from subtropical countries, you have 4 seasons, for example. So the calorie needed per season are different. Yeah, summer, winter. Yeah, so the need of energy are also different. This is what I mean here. Okay, that's for example. Yeah, do not like here. The average temperature from November to February in Kosovo is 5 to 10 during the winter. Okay, initial planning figure for energy should be adjusted upwards to 200, 300 kilocalorie. So there are some adjustment, yeah? If you come from Kosovo here. Okay, just example here. Also in Afghanistan, in North Korea, yeah? Below this, okay. And then health and nutritional status. Okay, health and nutritional status. If you are coming from good status of health, meaning that before emergency, before disaster, you are already good. Okay, might not be a problem for any type of food. Yeah, but if the situation of the people there is not below par, yeah, below average, yeah, certain countries, for example, the nutritional status is not good, you need to give more. Yeah, you need to give more because it's kind of what we call repair of the health status there. Yeah, energy requirement increase during period of nutritional rehabilitation. We call rehabilitation and recovery from severe illness. You know, during the emergency, illness might spread faster. Yeah, because environment is not clean. Yeah, it's not clean. Yeah. Okay, for example, here is a refugee. Yeah, refugee camp. Yeah, I think Indonesia also received some refugees before. Yeah, from Myanmar. Yeah, from Rohingya before, and I think I still remember long ago from Cambodia, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, they come by boat. Okay, so this is situation we need to identify the status of health. Okay, the status of health. And then demographic characteristic. Yeah, demographic characteristic. Oh, the demographic. Yeah, sometimes they mix up. Yeah, the situation. And then we identify before we decide what the average energy requirement. Okay. And then, but for demographic is a bit easier now because for refugee cases we have UNHCR, yeah, United Nations for this for refugee, so we can get the information beforehand. So before we do the assistance, helps, etc., we need to get the information. Yeah, and then physical activity level as well. Yeah, we need to know this. Okay, and then choosing commodities. Yeah, there are a few things that we need to consider. Yeah, for example, is macronutrient requirements, and then also micronutrient requirements. Yeah, and the refining the rations, acceptable basic ration, adjusting as what we have discussed just now, and then addressing micronutrient requirement. Yeah, the participants in the normal situation, we know that basically there are three main big issues in the world. Yeah, number one is for advanced country. What the problem in terms of nutrition for the advanced countries? Quote and quote over nutrition. Yeah, quote and quote. Yeah, over means they have a problem of more fat, too much fat, for example. Yeah. So that can be related to obesity, yeah, coronary disease, etc. But in other hand, there is an issue of lack of nutrition, especially for third world country. Yeah, and the third scenario is that the lack of micronutrient. There are certain nutrient that is needed, yeah, by our body and cannot be supplied, yeah, during emergency situation. Okay. Macronutrient requirement, energy needs are usually met through a range of commodities with ample protein content. For example, cereal, blended, pulse, etc. Yeah, so we need to bring this. Yeah, so normally if you are working with NGO, just tell the NGO if you want to like to donate, please donate this. Yeah, so mostly carbohydrate sources. Yeah, and a protein should provide at least 10 to 12% of total energy. You cannot provide all carbohydrate, cannot. Yeah, even though during the situation of emergency, 10 to 12% must be protein. Okay, and then 17% of energy in the ration should be provided in the form of fat. Okay, so in other words, we can say it must be a balanced diet as well. Carbohydrate is there, protein is there, and fat is there. Yeah, fat requirement for young children is between 30 to 40% of the energy requirements, and for pregnant and lactating women, at least 20%. So we need to know this in that area, that particular area, how many pregnant women there, how many lactating women there, or breastfeeding mothers. Yeah, we need to know this so that we can formulate and we can give the right food, yeah, with the correct percentage of each individual macronutrient. And this is just an example. Okay, and then refining the ration, macronutrient requirement, special nutrition requirement for more vulnerable, because in one community sometimes there are certain people who are very, very more vulnerable compared to others. Yeah, compared to others. Some other might not be in a critical situation, but a group of people perhaps are very, very critical. Okay, use of exceptional commodities, underlying social and cultural issues, and logistic and food management. Yeah, logistics is also very, very critical and crucial during emergency. Yeah, because if you do not handle the logistic properly, perhaps the quality of the food will be affected. Yeah, That's why normally we send the food, the dried one that can last longer, etc. Okay. And addressing micronutrient requirement, this is because it's related to the risk of death, yeah, morbidity, susceptibility to infection, blindness, etc. This depends on that, on the community there, yeah. And then this is just example of that. And then micronutrient deficiency or lack of micronutrient, endemic micronutrient deficiency in the country of origin. Certain country, the micronutrient level very poor. Another country is not that poor, but some are very, very good. So we need to know this. Yeah, lack of suitable diversification in ration. Yeah, the more type of food that you eat, the more micronutrient you will get. Yeah. So in Indonesia, for example, morning, don't take the same breakfast always. Yeah, you need to try to make variety, because you will get more micronutrient. Yeah, even vegetable, don't choose the same vegetable all the time. Even though you like apa, yeah? In Indonesia, you like gudeg, for example. Gudeg, don't take gudeg all the time. Anyone you know gudeg for international student? Gudeg is from jackfruit, yeah, the young jackfruit, and then they make it this in the as a vegetable, yeah. So you need to not modify. You need to change, yeah, and make it variety, yeah, in your diet, so that you can get micronutrient for yourself, yeah. So a variety in the food would give you a better, yeah, nutritional status. Lack of access to fresh food ration based on highly refined cereal and a high rate of infection. And the fortification, I think some of the speakers have given this fortification. Fortification is enrichment of the existing food. Yeah. Normally, vegetable oil fortified with what? A vegetable oil fortified with vitamin. Yeah. Or antioxidant sometimes. Yeah. Cooking oil fortified with antioxidants. Yeah. And then this is a fortification quantity. And then salt with iodine, because certain country lack of iodium, yeah, lack of iodium. So of course it's different from one country to another. You might not have this problem in Japan, for example, yeah, but in Indonesia, most of salt are fortified with yeah, iodine, yeah. Wheat and maize flour, yeah, with vitamin A, thiamine, B1, yeah, B2, riboflavin, niacin, folic acid, iron, etc. Yeah. So this is the strategy to prevent micronutrient. And then combining the above nutrition intervention with other complementary public health measure is frequently necessary to eliminate a specific micronutrient deficiency. For example, here, in order to avoid anemia, yeah, anemia. So we need to give a group of people that affected with food that contain, yeah, micronutrient that can prevent anemia. For example, iron, yeah, etc. Okay. I think I skip this. Okay. And then meeting special nutritional need of the most vulnerable person. For example, here, breastfeeding mother. Breastfeeding is not only for her, but also for the baby. So you need to give them more. Okay. And then breastfeeding and HIV. Yeah. What if the people is HIV infected, for example, yeah, so the treatment are different. Okay, the treatment are different, and we need to study this, yeah. And then this is the example of that for infants, and young children. Yeah. Of course, there are challenges, the implication of planning of this, and then you can see here and then take this as a guideline. Yeah, if you really go into the real situation. Yeah. Again, this lactating woman, I think that's another. Perhaps another issue is there for older person. Older person, you know, the metabolism is not that good anymore. Yeah, compared to the young and active person, and then they need more nutrient. Yeah, for certain things. Yeah, for example, for the bone is already become weaker and weaker, so you need certain food, yeah, to strengthen this. Yeah, so access to easily digestible macronutrient rich foods. This consideration is family and community support for food preparation. You cannot just rely them to prepare the food. Cannot. Yeah, older person normally is accompanied by the family members to support them. Yeah. Use of special commodities, for example, dried whole milk, milk powder, dried whole milk or dried skim milk. Yeah. And then you can see here milk powder can be used safely for the preparation of high energy milk and added to pre-mixed with cereal flour, oil and sugar and targeted to specific subgroup and then as an ingredient in the local production of processed food. Okay, and this is the ready to eat meals example. Yeah, example of ready to eat meal. Okay, now what are the factors affecting food processing, preparation and use? Local food habits and cultural acceptability. This I mentioned just now. We need to adjust the food that prepare according to the habit and cultural acceptability. If you go to Papua, for example, you need to know what, you know, Papua here for international participant, Papua in the eastern part of Indonesia. Yeah, the culture is slightly different from Semarang. Yeah. Different, yeah. You cannot just give the food in Semarang to people in Papua. Cannot. In Papua, they like to have what? Sago, for example, yeah. Some other carbohydrates. It's not rice. Yeah. So we need to know this. In Japan, for example, what the main commodity for breakfast? Yeah. You like onigiri, for example, yeah. Or you like fish a lot in Japan, sushi and those things. So we need to know the cultural acceptability so that during the emergency, we can provide this. Milling requirements as well. Fuel for food preparation. Yeah, because during the emergency, many things might not be working. Yeah, fuels, no energy, no electricity, for example. Yeah, so we have to think about this. And a non-food item required for food preparation. And then management of food-related issues, yeah, temporary substitution of food items, and the packaging of food aid commodities. How to send the food, yeah, to the affected area so that the food can last much longer. Yeah, for example, here you send, I think you remember, yeah, during the tsunami in Aceh, a lot of food coming from overseas, yeah, with different way of packaging, yeah, because we need the food last longer. Because once it's reached Aceh, not automatically immediately distributed. No, it takes some time, yeah, to reach the people, to reach the affected people, yeah, and also quality control in whatever situation. Quality control plays very, very important. So we cannot just tolerate with quality. Yeah, in whatever situation, quality still need to be considered. Yeah. So I think this is just an example, packaging like this, you know, and then exchange trade of rations. Yeah, that with the same nutritional composition. And then quality control. Okay, don't send the very, very bad product, for example. Yeah. And then this is how we do this measure. Yeah. And then, of course, our activities during food distribution, yeah, during emergency need to be monitored. Yeah, need to be monitored. And then how to manage this? Monitoring tools or follow up to monitoring, self-reliant, etc. Yeah. So this is just a few things, concept, yeah, to emergency. Okay, next. All what we mentioned just now in Muslim country situation, there is one more thing that we need to consider, which is halal. Yeah. So in terms of quality, just now under food security, there is one terminology, food quality, yeah, accessibility, affordability, yeah, availability, and quality. So under quality, halal is part and parcel of them, of that, yeah. Okay. Because in Muslim country, even though the food is very, very good, very healthy, but if it is not halal, people cannot consume it. Yeah? No. So this is a 10 principle regarding permissibility in halal. So again, this is last part of my presentation. As I mentioned just now, halal in Islam means allowable. So this is something that you can consume, you can eat. Yeah. The basic principle is that in halal, yeah, about permissibility, everything created by God are permitted. So meaning everything is allowable with only few exceptions, yeah, that are specifically prohibited. For example, in Islam, we cannot consume pork derivative, yeah, anything from pork. Lard, for example, or porcine gelatin cannot be taken by Muslim. Yeah, and then to make lawful and unlawful the right of God only. Yeah, so we follow whatever written in the holy books, yeah, in Quran. So that this is our guideline. Okay, and then prohibiting what is permitted and permitting what is prohibited is not allowed. Okay. And the basic reason for prohibition of things are due to impurity and harmfulness. Yeah, but Muslim, when they follow this, they do not need to know what the reason behind. No, we just follow this. Okay. Okay, and whatever is conducive to prohibited is also by itself is prohibited. Okay, I think doubtful things should be avoided, perhaps even during the situation, unless nothing else can be consumed, can be taken, then you are allowed. So this is the principle, yeah, because in Islam there is exception, yeah, necessity dictates exception. Okay, and this is just example. All food pure and clean are permitted for consumption by Muslim. Exclude this category. Number one, carrion or dead animal is not allowed in Islam. Flowing or congealed blood is not allowed. Yeah. For example, now there is synthetic meat. Yeah, that contain blood as well. And the swine, including byproducts, including the gelatin from swine, is not allowed. And the animal slaughtered without pronouncing the name of God. Yeah. In Islam, yeah, so that's why when we buy meat from Australia, we make sure that it is slaughtered according to Islam. Okay, and the animals killed in a manner which prevent the blood from being fully drained. Animals slaughtered while pronouncing other than the name of God. Yeah, and the intoxicants is not allowed, including alcohol and drugs. Yeah, so in Islam, it is considered not acceptable. And another category that not allowed in Islam is carnivorous animal with fangs, and a bird with sharp claws like eagle, falcons, yeah, and land animal without ears like frogs, snakes, and everything is not allowed in Islam. I think that's all that I have to share with you this wonderful afternoon. Yeah, and thank you very much for your attention. If there is a question, inshallah, yeah, I try to answer. Thank you. If no question, I think we end my session. Yeah, here. Thank you very much again for your attention and participation. Assalamualaikum.